Alright guys, here we have it. 2014 GMC Sierra. This is my uncle's truck. And yeah, this was supposed to be my truck when I sold my first 1500. Over this truck, I want to give you guys a little short story on why and how I guess this was supposed to be my truck. What had happened was, I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys are new to this channel and you don't know my old Duramax, the white one, I had an LOI 2004.5 LOI GMC Sierra 2500 Duramax, and before that I had a 2005 GMC Sierra that I had. It was a 1500. It had a 6-inch rough country lift, and right before I sold it, it had 20x10 fuel couplers with 35 Toyo MTs. It was a solid truck. It looked really good, but I sold it because I was kind of getting bored of the build, and I just wanted something new, and I really wanted to start this YouTube thing, and I wanted to start fresh with a new build. So I sold it, and as I was searching for a new vehicle, so the reason why I sold it was because the buyer came to buy it, was willing to pay for the asking price, and during the whole during the whole process of selling it, there was the Duramax that I ended up buying, that was an option, and then this truck was an option as well. So back then my uncle wanted to sell it to me for about, I think, 32, 34. He was giving me a pretty decent price for it, and this was almost 3 years ago, 2014 model. He only had about 34,000 miles on it at the time, so it would have been a pretty decent deal. Actually, I think he was trying to sell it to me for about 30, so it was a pretty decent deal, but not like, oh my god, you're getting a truck for free. Anyway, so I was really considering it because I wanted a newer truck, and I drove this truck back from Virginia a couple times, just kind of hauling his trailer back and stuff like that. And I really got spoiled by the interior and everything that all these modern trucks have. Cooled seats, navigation, touchscreen, everything. It was just so nice, and I love the interior of these newer GM vehicles. So I was really considering it, and what I was gonna do was, when I bought this truck, if I bought this truck, I was gonna put a 7-9 McGoy's lift, and I was gonna keep those stock all-terrain wheels and put 37-inch tires. But I'm glad my uncle kinda did what I was gonna do, because I think it looks so good. So yeah, I was considering on buying this truck. At the time, it was either this truck or the Duramax, and Duramax was gonna be about close to $20,000, so $10,000 cheaper, but it had over, I believe, 130,000 miles on it. It had 140 when I bought it. So I was like, that's 100,000 miles more compared to this truck. And if something breaks, the maintenance on diesel trucks can be a lot more expensive, and I know nothing about diesel trucks. But I just couldn't pass up on it. I just really wanted a diesel truck, and I have no regrets. I am so happy that I bought that Duramax and got this channel started, because I feel like if I would have bought this truck, the content would not have been as good as having a Duramax, because $10,000 more, that's a higher car payment per month, and that would not give me a lot more, that would not allow me to spend as much money as I wanted to on mods. Also, with these newer trucks, it's just so much more expensive to do any kind of mods. So it was just overall, it was just better content to have an older truck. And exterior wise, like light bars and headlights, I've done all that on my 1500, so I basically knew what I was gonna do and in which direction I wanted to go to. So I got a head start, basically, I would say. So yeah, but I'm really glad my uncle went with the setup. Oh, and the only thing different I would have done was, like I said, 7 to 9 McGoy's lift. I would have put 37s, but I was gonna put 2-inch wheel spacers all around to have a little bit more stance than the way it is now, because he has no spacers up front, but it's got 1.5 inch spacers in the back to match that track width, and it is perfectly level. So let's go over this truck. It's a 2014 GMC Sierra SLT, but if you guys that know about stock wheels, these are the all-terrain wheels from the all-terrain edition. All-terrain edition is different than your SLT model. It has a little all-terrain badge right there, and all-terrain edition comes with color matched bumpers. And as you can tell, this doesn't have color matched bumper. This is the SLT trim. And you may be wondering, why does it have the all-terrain wheels? Well, that's because when we were at Dealer Options with my first truck, Dealer Options put a 7.5 rough country lift on a all-terrain edition GMC Sierra. Well, the guy that was getting it lifted didn't know what he was going to do with those wheels. It was just sitting in the garage. It was sitting in the bay at Dealer Options, and I saw those and I wanted them really bad. And I think we ended up getting in touch with the guy, the owner of the truck. I said, hey, we'll give you $600 for them, or $800 for the wheels and tires. Tires had about 40% tread, so it wasn't bad at all. I said, we'll give you $800 right now, cash, for your wheels and tires. They said, no, we want about $1,000. And we were like, no, we'll just hold off. We don't need them that bad. We ended up getting them for about $400, wheels and tires. It was that cheap. So I had those on my 2005 first, and then I'll put a picture right here. And then I bought some fuel hostage from Craigslist for a really good price, around $600 for the fuel hostages, wheels and tires. And then I sold these, or I actually gave these to my uncle. So, because he liked them too. He really liked them. And so that's how his 2014 SLT has the all-terrain wheels. And you don't see that very often. I don't even think this is even possible. Well, it is possible, but it's just not a combination that GM offers, and not too many people go this route. So this is a very unique truck, I would say. And I think these look really good. These are probably the best looking stock wheels, in my opinion. So it's got a 6-inch zone lift with the N-Fab steps. There you go. So yeah, the shocks are rusty. He does live up in Northern Virginia. In the winter time, they just cover the road with salt. He sprays the underside of his truck whenever he drives in the winter time, but it's just the amount of salt that they put on, it's kind of hard to avoid that. And also, that's also the reason why he didn't get new shocks up front, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna maybe wait till the summertime. He's just gonna get the most out of those rusty shocks, and then either summertime or whenever he decides to move back to Georgia, we're gonna upgrade the front to, I guess, Fox or Bilstein shocks. And then if we look to the back, he does have Fox shocks in the back, so he's gonna have to really be careful and make sure those don't rust up. And so the tires are the Firestone Destination MT2s. He read a lot of reviews, and supposedly these are really good. Kenneth told us that those were probably one of the best mud-terrain tires out there for its price. So, and then he read a lot of reviews on them, and all the reviews for those are great. So that's why he got them, and they look really good too. They look like they have this really aggressive mud-terrain tire look to it, which I approve. And then my uncle bought this bullet antenna after seeing Donnie's. Because when Donnie came from New Jersey, my uncle was in town as well, just staying at my house. So he saw Donnie's truck and he saw the antenna and he ordered it right away from Amazon that night. So it was pretty funny. But yep, I removed the front valence this morning, but he doesn't like how you can see the rusty shocks, so he said he's gonna put the valence back on, but I personally think it looks so much better without the valence. But hey, it's his truck, he's gonna do whatever he wants to do. But yeah guys, that is it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys this truck. This was supposed to be, I guess not supposed to be, but this could have been my truck, and I feel like buying a Duramax was the right thing to do, because I mean I was able to do so much more with my LOI Duramax than what I really could have done with this truck. Let's face it, lift, wheels, tires, maybe headlights on those are so expensive, but I really like the way the factory headlights look. And what could I have done? Taillights, cold air intake, edge, tuner. I don't know, that's really all I can really do with this, with like gas trucks. So I'm really glad I went with the diesel for the content for the channel. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned. Make sure to check out my old videos. I will put the link in the description below on, I guess, the video for when I first bought my LOI Duramax, and also I'll put some link in the description for my older videos with my 1500 as well. Like always, I appreciate every single one of you guys for your support. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.